Oh, good. Hey guys, hi. Good morning. Is it still morning? No, it's not. It is. Oh, wait. Oh, please. I keep looking at it and thinking I need to take that off the window. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Talk to you soon.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye, love. Oh, I got a hug too. I got another hug. Yeah. See you soon. All right. Whoop. Hey guys, how are you? Hi. Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. It is, I don't even know what time it is. My phone, my watch has died. I need to charge it. But hi, welcome back to my channel. It is sometime in the early afternoon. I just left my home group. What a fantastic meeting. I went to the 10 o'clock meeting and then inadvertently ended up staying for the 11:30 meeting. The, 11:30 meeting. So just 2 meetings in a row. Totally different meetings, different people in each meeting, but such a fantastic experience. I mean, the people I've met here, primarily the ladies. There's a couple guys, but the ladies have really embraced me more so than the guys do. And it's so much easier to love and interact with these ladies than some of the guys. I don't know what that means, but so good. I'm going to help Marianne, who I just gave a hug. I'm going to help her move. She found a place. So excited. She's really been struggling to find a place to live, and that's all working out. And her talk today was about faith over fear. And you know, I keep telling you, I don't believe in God, but I still have a higher power that I have faith in. And to see evidence of her higher power working in her life really is just, it's something special. It really is great. Speaking of something great, I did not have a chance to film much of the cats this morning, but I did capture Buddy eating. He was eating, of all the foods I have, Friskies. He was eating the Friskies. I don't know why. I think I had a bag of Friskies to feed stray cats, but he was eating the Friskies today. So Eleanor and Buddy eat. Eleanor eats pretty much all day. She nibbles all day long, and I'm always hearing her crunching. Buddy seems to only eat when I'm away or sleeping, or he eats on the down low. He's always been a very lean cat, but lately I just haven't seen him eating his own food, the one he's usually eaten with ease. But yeah, this morning I found him eating the Friskies, so that's good. That's good. So he's had his treats, he's eating food again, so I feel so much better. Last night I was hugging him against his will, and I'm crying. I'm holding on to Buddy, and I'm crying, and I'm saying, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. I'm going to cry now. I love that damn cat so much, but I was like, please don't leave me. Please don't eat me. And then this morning, I caught him eating. So, good. So, it is early afternoon. Again, I don't even know what time it is. I need to eat something myself. I've eaten a donut this morning at the meeting. So I'm going to grab something to eat for lunch. I have no idea what's going on today. So I do apologize for the rambling. I just keep going on. But it's been such a nice morning. It's been such a nice morning. I will see you again shortly. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Oh, where do I go? There we go. Hey guys, hi. It's always stressful to see an ambulance coming up behind you. Like, where do I go? Where do I put my car? Where I'm not going to be in the way, you know. I remember being in the back of an ambulance after I was stabbed. Did you see that video? Have you seen that video where I got stabbed? I almost died. Yeah, it's an interesting video. Go back into my channel and do a search for, so this one time I almost died. And you'll watch that video. It's very graphic. I apologize. But I still remember being in the back of that ambulance on the way to the hospital. So I'm always very stressed when I see an ambulance behind me. I want to get out of the way as soon as possible, because who knows what's going on. But, hey there, how are you? It is... Hey guys, all right, it's a day off. I have nothing to do. What do you think I'm going to do? Of course I am. Yesterday was a huge day here. I hope that because they sold so much that they would replace things on the shelf. So let's find out what they have in there. Anything with a gray tag will be half price, but after yesterday's sale, I doubt there's much out there with a gray tag. Well, we'll take a look. The shelves look fairly empty. If you watch Laura Caldwell Thrifting on YouTube, she's in Portland, and like the shelves are always full of nice things, and there's never anything broken. It always looks nice. Vegas, everything's kind of just crappy and broken, and I don't know. It's hard to find anything nice. I love these shoes. They're Cole Haan, but they want $40 for these suckers. That's insane. I feel so horrible. Like, getting in my car, thrilled with my little pile of purchases, and this poor woman is walking by me with a shopping cart full of all she owns, and that's probably where she slept last night. So I have a fondness for neckties, as you know. I feel stupid showing you what I just bought after I see this poor woman. All right, let me just show you these things and just get away from here. Oh, she's moved along. I just feel so bad. There's so many homeless people in Vegas. It's just everywhere you look. But let me just show you these things I bought real quick, and then I'm gonna go get something to eat because I'm getting emotional. I should not be eating my emotions, but we all know I have an affection for ties. I have an affinity for neckties. This is a tie that reminds me of the 80s. Do you remember Structure? Does anyone remember Structure, the men's clothing store from the 80s? I loved Structure. It was always very, like, sort of aspirational for me back then as a kid. But this is from the Frank Lloyd Wright collection. Plywood Mural Wall is the title. From the Kaufman office, 1936 to 1937. This tie was clearly made in the 80s. It's made in Italy for the Boulder Company out of Milwaukee. Who knew? But I thought this would be a lot of fun with like a blue chambray shirt, a denim shirt. I don't have many other dress shirts right now. But I also got this tie. Again, I have a weakness for neckties. This is by Jane Barnes, if you don't know the brand. It's he was a fabric designer and incredibly talented. This is prototypical Jane Barnes. If you see anything like this, it's by that designer. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous necktie. This would probably sell on eBay if I got off my ass and sold anything these days, but I did sell those earrings for $150, which is where my mad money comes from, that and YouTube. But lovely tie. I'm going to keep that for myself, and I'll probably wear it with this. It is a not Jane Barnes, it's a Joseph Abboud, not the highest end, but it's just a very nice lightweight jacket. It's a little blazer, beautiful texture, nice lightweight wool, 3-season jacket with jeans, with a pair of slacks. I would wear this with a pair of shorts and a little polo shirt or something. This with that blue chambray sort of denim shirt I told you about, and this tie I just showed you, that would be really, really very nice. So got that. This was $15 minus 20%. So for a Joseph Abboud blazer, unworn, by the way, unworn, the pockets are still sewn shut. So really, really nice. And then I got a pair of twill pants from English Laundry. I really enjoy their clothing. English Laundry, well made, not terribly high end, but very nice. $8 minus 20%. Just a pair of black twill pants, super easy to wear with a pair of boots. Maybe those Rockport boots I bought the other day. But yay, that's what I bought at Goodwill. I'm gonna go eat, but I have yet to decide what I want to share with you for today's Vlogtober. It's almost over, guys. It's almost over. So let me grab something to eat, and I'll chat with you guys in just a few minutes. All right, so I'm on Tropicana and Durango, and I think IKEA is right over there, so I think I'm going to stop by there for lunch. I don't think I want to do a whole Q&A video today. I got a hair or something on my nose. So I think I'm going to try and answer one question. I saved this question for a future Q&A, but I really think it's too much for Q&A, and I don't know how else I would fit it in with something like that. So I figured let's just answer one good question. And again, I don't know who asked this question, and I forget the exact format, But the question is something along the lines of, how has your recovery been successful? What about your recovery from alcoholism and drugs has proven successful? And maybe how I continue to remain sober. That's like the general gist of what I remember the question to be like. So, just for context, let's go back real quick to June 28th, 2002. I was in a locked psych ward. It was not the result of any victory, but I ended up in a locked psych ward for a week. And the first day, that's when I consider my sobriety day. It's when I truly accepted something had to change. It was probably the first 24 hours I hadn't had alcohol in many, 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 many years. And so that's my sobriety date, June 28th, 2002. I was in a locked psych ward for that week. When I got out, my roommate had done two things. He had painted our living room the exact copy of the side of the old Neiman Marcus shopping bag. It was beige and brown stripes, vertical stripes. And I don't know why he chose to do that. I don't think he understood why he did that. I apologize, the camera's probably bouncing because the road here is very melty from the heat and the sun. Let me see if I can get on a smoother surface if I pass this truck. So he had painted the living room, totally unforeseen change. But then he had also gone to a recovery meeting, an AA meeting, just down the street from my house. And he had gone there because he recognized that I had a problem and he wanted to learn more about alcoholism. When I walked out of the bar and the music and the lights and the boys weren't there to hold me up, I'd fall over. I mean, I would have fights with the sidewalk and I would lose every single time. So he had gone to a meeting. He told me where it was. That's all he did. And the next day I walked by that meeting. It was a Thursday. I walked by the meeting, and then there was an empty chair in the front right there. It turns out someone had just left that chair to go to the bathroom. When they came back there, I was sitting in there. But apparently I was so out of it that they just let me stay there, which was very generous of them. And I got the chance to listen to somebody tell their story, mostly about drug addiction. Now looking back, I would have said it wasn't a great meeting, but I heard what I had to hear. I saw the right people. Someone, I don't know who it was, said, "Hey, are you going to go to the Isabella Street meeting tomorrow?" I said, "Oh, I have to go to more meetings?" And he said, "Yeah, it's suggested you go every day." I'm like, "Oh, okay, where's this meeting?" He said, "Oh, I'll meet you there." I showed up because I told someone I was going to meet them there. He didn't show up, and I don't know if I ever saw him again, which is sort of the magic. You know, it's the best way to get to a meeting is to promise someone else you're going to be there. And I got to meet, well, I saw Bill, Cashmere Bill. I called him Cashmere Bill because every day he wore something that was made of cashmere. He was always wearing a pair of Gucci loafers. He had a lot of money. He lived on Marlborough Street in Boston, which is very fancy. And Bill and I had done a lot of things together. Some of them illegal, all of them in poor taste. There was always alcohol or drugs involved. And Bill was standing there shinier and sober and beaming with smiles. "Oh my God, hey, welcome." And he was just so excited to see me because I knew he knew who I was and what my problem was, and I knew that he had a problem. So if he was here, maybe I belonged there. It was magic. And he brought me out to dinner that night with a group of other people. If you've heard this story before, you'll remember that that was the night I met Tiffany. She called Bill. It was a horrible date. She was on a bad date. He dropped her off in Copley Square. We were at dinner at the S&S Diner in Cambridge. If you've ever been to the S&S, it's amazing. It's like a Jewish deli kind of thing. It's amazing. I don't think it might be a Jewish deli. I don't know. But it was a deli. If you ever get the boneless wings, unbelievable. The onion rings, unbelievable. But our food had just arrived at the table. He got this phone call from Tiffany. She's crying. He jumped up from the table to go rescue her. And I thought, well, what are you doing? Our food just got here. It's still hot. She's an adult. She can take care of herself. I had no idea what it was like to be there, to make myself available to somebody. I didn't know how to be a human being. No, please. Please. It's easier. Okay. So he went to rescue her, and he brought her to dinner, and we, she cried, she talked. We had a wonderful time. And I got to meet Tiffany, who was a big part, an instrumental person in my early recovery. She introduced me to my sponsor. And I don't know what my life would be like if Tiffany hadn't called Bill that night to be rescued. But, so that was the first days of my sobriety. And this group of people took me under their wing like a stray cat or a lost puppy, and gave me directions and nudged me in the right way. They were there when I had questions, and they were just kind, wonderful people, and I was embraced by them. Unwillingly, because I was very prickly. I didn't like to be touched. I still really don't. Yeah, they really were amazing in that. Tiffany introduced me to my sponsor. My sponsor got me involved in the steps of recovery. There are 12 steps. You probably know the program. And we got involved in step work right away. At 4 months, I had finished my 4th step, which was terrifying. But if you know my story, this is going to be a longer video than I thought it was going to be. If you settle in, if you know my story, back when I was 23 years old, I asked this woman, Susie, who used to sell marionettes at Quincy Market. She was cuckoo. She looked cuckoo. Do you remember Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers? She kind of looked like Lady Elaine with Mary Hartman's braids. Yeah, cuckoo. But I asked her what my problem was, because I knew I had a problem, but I didn't know what the problem was. I was too close to the problem maybe to see what the problem was, but she kind of backed away a little bit from me. And when someone crazy like Susie backs away from you in horror, you might have a problem. But the 4th step, my 4th step, is where I learned what my problem was. I learned what my problem was, what alcoholism was. It was right here. It was right here. And I knew I was given the vocabulary in my 4th step and then in my 5th step to aim myself in the right direction with the right tools to get sober and stay sober. The beginning of that was in helping other people stay sober. When I would walk into a meeting in the morning and I'd have some complaint that was real or imagined, because my problems weren't always real. He'd say, that's nice. Who's that over there? I don't know. Go talk to him. But I have this problem. No, why don't you go talk to that person? He's reading a pamphlet, so you know he's new. Okay. So he forced me to get out of myself and go talk to a stranger that might need help. It was the beginning of what became my playbook for recovery. And that was reaching out to other people and trying to help other people. And in turn, my problems were frequently solved, or they were right-sized. What I thought was a huge, giant problem was reality. It was in reality about this big and could be easily solved. So, I mean, I had to learn how to get outside of myself, outside of my head, and focus on other people in ways to recover and help myself. Does that make any sense at all to you? It didn't make any sense to me, for sure, but it worked. So, flash forward, I got involved in the general service structure. And that is people that are elected within groups to represent those groups in larger areas, and they elect other people as a group to form a structure that served the members. So if we need new literature, if we need to address a problem as an area, if a lot of meetings are complaining about a certain problem happening frequently in their groups or whatever, there is like a resource for other groups to reach out for and ask for help. And so there's a service structure in the recovery program I practice, and I was propelled into that by my second sponsor, John. They were both named John. And John was our area chair and then became our area delegate, which was very exciting. I felt like royalty because my sponsor was very important and humble, and he was a good guy. But I'm trying to get to the nut meat of what I think makes my program work for me. And I guess all this builds up to service to others, taking care of other people, and trying to break out of my shell of isolation that I self-impose frequently. It allows me to see my own problems a little bit more clearly in better, healthier perspectives, and trying to remain outside of myself, helping other people or being available to other people. Just sorts of forces me to practice patience, love, and tolerance. And that's, am I making any sense at all? I'm not a saint. I'm not a good person. My native language inside my deepest heart is chaos, rage, fear, retaliation. Those are things that are native to my heart. And they're still there in little whispers. But if I keep practicing the things I learned in my early sobriety, which is trying to reach out to others, when I am in dis-ease, when I'm not feeling at my best, reach out to somebody else, ask for help, which leads me to another story, but also offer help. That forces me to go into society. Marianne, who's one of the women I hugged earlier this morning, she found a place to live. She needs help packing and moving, and she needs things for her house. And I was so excited because I love to help people move. I love to help people organize, which is not, I don't like to organize myself, but I love to help other people do things like this. And so this is going to force me to get involved with her and other people who are also there to help her. So it's just, these are the things that are swirling around in my brain right now that all direct my behavior to where I need to be, and that is in recovery. You'll notice, you may have noticed, I haven't mentioned alcohol really at all in this share, because I learned early in my sobriety, and this is going to be a shocker to some of you, alcohol is not my problem. What does that mean? Alcohol is the symptom of my problem. Reaching out for a drink, numbing, becoming blind to things, going unconscious, all the things that alcohol allowed me to do. Alcohol was what I used as a solution to my problems today. The real solution for me is to get outside of myself and try to and help other people. And that is what keeps me sober, but not only sober, but in recovery, which is very different than being sober. I can not be in recovery. I can slide back and still not drink. I can still be a rotten person and not drink. I was going to tell you a story. So back in 2000... My stories are always like this, aren't they? You're such a saint for watching. So back in 2007, I was stabbed in the chest. I think I may have mentioned this earlier in this video. I was stabbed in the chest in Boston. I was walking through from a Stony Brook T stop in Jamaica Plain to where I used to live in JP. And the stabbing and the recovering and all that was just horrible. It was life-changing. It still bothers me. It still affects me today. But there were a lot of silver linings. There were a lot of lessons I learned in recovering from that assault. One of them, and I kind of want to get emotional right here, one of those was to ask for help, which we're all told. If you need help, ask for help. But no one ever says, take the help you're offered. I would ask for help, but not that help. I don't want that. I want this. This is going to help me. Sometimes the things I need are things that I don't want. Things that I don't even know about. that might be the solution. So this is a lesson I had to learn. I had to be stabbed in the chest to learn that lesson. So if I combine knowing that I don't always know what's best for me, reaching out to help another person, and trying to practice patience, love, and tolerance, if I put all these things together, it quiets my mind a little bit, and I'm able to move through the world and not be a tornado around other people, and maybe leave the place a little bit nicer than it was before I passed through. Have I made any sense to you? If you've been watching, this thinking, Stephen, how all of this stuff going on inside your head? Yeah, all the time. Inside my head is like a snow globe, I swear. There's lots of glitter, and there's currents, and there's things floating around, and some of it comes out of my mouth, and some of it makes sense. I hope this has made a little bit of sense. I am roasting in the car because it's 80-something degrees, but with the windows closed, it's getting very hot. So I'm going to walk into... There's my story. There's my story. You can stop watching if you want to. I'm going to go into IKEA and grab a bite to eat. I do want to show you my shoes. I got these at Goodwill, of course. Look how cute these are. They're little brown suede wingtips, and I'm wearing them with a pair of jeans. No socks. I hate socks. And I think this is a Banana Republic corduroy snap little shirt jacket thing. It's not tucked in, but I'm feeling very comfortable and very fall-like, autumnal, because it is autumn here in Vegas, but it's still like 86 degrees, 87 degrees, which is fall here in Vegas. Let me lock my car and get my earbuds. Let me get my earbuds. And I'll see you at IKEA. I'm going to grab some lunch. And yeah, see you in a minute. I just got in here and saw they have signs saying the bistro and their little mini place over here where you can get like a hot dog and pizza and stuff. Both are closed. I'm so sad. I was really looking forward to something. All right, well, I'm here already. I'm here anyway. I'm gonna go look at the Christmas stuff, and I'm gonna go look at the as is section, just in case I'm already here. Darn, I'm so hungry. Part of me is thinking of getting like a miniature Christmas tree this year, because I just don't know if I have the energy, honestly, to unpack my Christmas tree, move furniture, and spend like 3 days decorating my Christmas tree. I'm tempted to pick up just something small like this, just to have something in the house. I don't know. I love my Christmas tree, and there's nothing like sitting in a wingback chair, my green velvet wingback chair, looking at my Christmas tree with the cats playing underneath it. There's just nothing like it. But I'd literally have to like move my entire life to have a tree up this year. I don't know. If someone else were to see it in person, maybe there'd be something different, but I don't know. And I'm in the as is section. There's really nothing I see that's very good or that I want or that I don't already own. Oh, by the way, if you ever hear me talk about my day bed, this is what I have as a day bed. I got it for, I think I pay $179. It's on sale right now for $129, but that's what I sleep on when I'm downstairs in the first floor during the summertime. And this is what I'd have to somehow find a place to put away if I want to have my Christmas tree up, because this is where I usually have my tree, but we'll see. But that's what I sleep on for my day bed. Hey guys, hi. So I'm at Taco Bell grabbing 2 bean burritos, no onions, and a large Diet Pepsi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That took so long. I was like, ugh. If I could have backed up, I would have. So I'm going to grab these 2 bean burritos, inhale them because I am starving. It's 3:43. I have not eaten anything. Well, I did have a donut at the meeting, and I'm crazy hungry. But after this, I'm going to go home. I'm going to plug in my work device so I can make sure that that's charged. It is required to be at 90% or better before I start my trip. I just missed one. So I just backed up my car right under where the planes fly over when they approach the airport here. So I'm gonna eat my burritos right here while I plane watch, maybe listen to some music, and then go back home, give the cat some treats, make sure my bags are all packed, my device is all charged, and I'm ready to go. My report time is 3:40 something in the afternoon tomorrow. So, yay. All right, let's have some burritos and see if I can't capture a plane flying overhead for you. And here we are. It is thrilling. They fly right over your head. They're right there, right there. Was that Southwest? I didn't see the livery yet. I was too busy looking at the undercarriage. So I am going to hang out, eat these burritos, and then I'm going to go home, love on the cats. And I will see you tomorrow during, I think it's Vlogtober. Is it day 28 tomorrow? I'm not even sure. I will see you later. Fly safe.